Jacob went on his way, and the Maliks of El met him. And when Jacob saw them, he said, "This is El's camp." So he called that place Mahanaim. Jacob sent messengers before him to his brother Esau in the land of Seir, the country of Edom.
All right, stop right there for a minute. When it says that Jacob went and the messengers of Elohim met him, we have to know who is he talking about. In the book of Jasher, if everybody have that book of Jasher, we're going to turn to Jasher 32.
Can you put it up on the screen? I think I got it.
Do you have one back there, Joe?
Yes, I do.
You got one, Dr. Scott? Huh? You have 15 books, but you don't have a book of Jasher. You brought 32 books with you, but she did not bring a book of Jasher. She got Antiquities of the Jews. She has Josephus, Book of the Bees, Adam and Eve 1, 2, 3, and 4, the Apocrypha, the Tanakh, everything, but you don't have a book of Jasher. Okay. She got the Muffet Bible, but she don't have a book of Jasher. All right, Chelsea. Chapter 32 and verses 1. We're going to read not from Antiquities or the Muffet Bible or none of those books, Treasures of the Caves, Jubilees, but what are we reading from? The book of Jasher. So next week, whosoever decide to bring 52 books and 2 bags, bring a book of Jasher. Chapter 32 and verses 1.
And at that time, Jacob sent messengers to his brother Esau toward the land of Seir, and he spoke to him words of supplication. And he commanded them, saying, "Thus shall you say to my master, to Esau, thus said the servant Jacob, let not my master imagine that my father's favorings, with which he did favor me, has proved beneficial to me. For I have been these 20 years with Laban, and he deceived me and changed my wages 10 times.
Okay, so Jacob is at this time looking for sympathy. Even though after he's trying to remind Esau that when his father put the favoring upon him, that it didn't really benefit him. That's what he's saying, right? Well, it did, because he's coming back with more than he went. But he's trying to show Esau, let's put this water under the bridge and we could continue and move on from here, because all good things didn't happen to me. 10 times Laban changed my wages in 20 years, right? That at least what? Every 2 years he changed the wages? Well, maybe it was a pay raise or a pay cut. Verse 4.
And I served him in his house very laboriously. And El afterwards saw my affliction, my labor, and the work of my hands, and he caused me to find grace and favor in his sight. And I afterward, through El's great mercy and kindness, acquired oxen and asses and cattle, and men servants and maid servants. And now I am coming to my land and my home to my father and mother, who are in the land of Canaan. And I have sent to let my master know all this, in order to find favor in the sight of my master, so that he may not imagine that I have myself obtained wealth, or that the favoring with which my father favored me has benefited me.
Okay, stop right there for a minute. Now, why is Jacob sending all these messengers to Esau? Remember, he's coming back to his father's house, and we just read in chapter 31 how Laban came to him, talked to him, and told him about the stealing of his images. They made a pact between each other, and then Laban left. But if we back up in the book of Jasher, in the book of Jasher, chapter 31 and verses 51.
And Laban said unto Jacob, We will make a covenant together, and it shall be a testimony between me and you, if you shall afflict my daughters, or shall take other wives besides my daughters, even El shall be a witness between me and you in this matter.
All right, jump down to verse 54.
And he hastened and sent off his son, Beor, who was 17 years old, with Abicharath, the son of Uz, the son of Nahor, and with them were 10 men. And they hastened and went and passed on the road before Jacob, and they came by another road to the land of Seir. And they came unto Esau and said unto him, Thus said your brother and relative, your mother's brother Laban, the son of Bethuel, saying...
So Laban is the one who sent his sons with 10 men to tell Esau that Jacob was coming. Now, if I can't get you, I know who can. The enemy of my enemy has become my friend. So remember what he said. He had a dream that the Most High said, don't speak good of Jacob or don't speak bad of him. Don't speak against him. Just like Balak did with Balaam. Balaam told him, he said, I can't curse him, but I can teach you how for them to curse themselves. I can't touch him, but I know who can. Read the next verse, 57.
Have you heard what Jacob your brother has done to me, who first came to me naked and bare?
So now when we get over to chapter 32, Jacob is sending same servants, some different servants, and said to Esau, have you heard what Laban did to me? But Esau already got one up, because Esau already heard it from who? Laban first. And I love the way Laban said it. Laban said, I am your relative, your mother's brother. You see, right? Yeah, he's still his uncle. Have you heard what you've done to me all these years? Continue.
Who first came to me naked and bare, and I went to meet him, and brought him to my house with honor. And I made him great, and I gave him my 2 daughters for wives, and also 2 of my maids. And I blessed him, favored him on my account, and he increased abundantly, and had sons, daughters, and maidservants.
All right, what do you think Esau is saying at this point? That sounds like Jacob. That is the Jacob I know. That is my brother. He came there with nothing. He ain't had a pot or a window to throw it out of. But now, he's told what I have. I've given him everything, and this is what this guy has done to me. Continue.
He has also an immense stock of flocks and herds, camels and asses.
Wait, read verse 58 for me.
And El favored him on my account, and he increased abundantly.
Wait, Now, remember what he told Jacob? I know that your God hath blessed me because you are with me. What did he tell Esau? My God hath blessed him because of me. He hath prospered because of me. So all this stuff now is going to bring back very bad memory to Jacob. Very, very bad memories. I mean to Esau.
He's still mad.
He's still mad.
Still mad.
Well, 20 years later.
Might have tempered and mellowed a little bit.
But when you hear this again, and he heard he's coming back. That's the thing. First he deceived this guy, my uncle. He deceived me before he went there, and then he wanted to come back. Me and my pops already have a good relationship. Now he wanted to do what? Take it over again.
He's still on the hunt for him anyway.
Yeah. All right, continue. Now, we must know this part of the story before we read in Genesis 32, in order for us to know what happened and who came to Jacob, not no angel of God. Okay? Continue reading.
And El favored him on my account, and he increased abundantly, and had sons, daughters, and maidservants. He has also an immense stock of flocks and herds, camels and asses, also silver and gold in abundance. And when he saw that his wealth increased, he left me with wilts. I went to shear my sheep, and he rose up and fled in secrecy.
Now you think he's telling him that he's rich? Just to let him know he's rich? No, that's to let him know he got stuff. Go get it.
And he lifted his wives and children upon camels, and he led away all his cattle and property which he acquired in my land. And he lifted up his countenance to go to his father Isaac to the land of Canaan. And he did not suffer me to kiss my daughters and their children. And he led my daughters as captives, taken by the sword. And he also stole my gods, and he fled. And now I have left him in the mountain of the brook of Juba, him and all belonging to him. He lacketh nothing. If it be your wish to go to him, go then, and there will you find him, and you can do to him as your soul desires. And Laban's messengers came and told Esau all these things.
Now, if you want to do something about it, you go and do something about it. Do whatever your soul desires. Isn't this the same thing that Esau told his son? When he went and found Jacob was leaving, he said, kill him. He escaped that. He come to Laban. But Laban just so happened to forget to tell him, and when he was about to marry my daughter, I tricked him. And I gave him my eldest daughter first. Then he married my second daughter. And then he had children with the handmaidens too. He didn't tell him that part.
He led the daughters away by a sword.
Yeah. He kidnapped his own family and walked away. Now remember now, he just finished making an agreement with Jacob, right? All right, continue reading.
And Esau heard all the words of Laban's messengers, and his anger was greatly kindled against Jacob, and he remembered his hatred, and his anger burned within him.
20 years have passed, and they open up that same sword all over again. Yes.
In the commentary in HaTorah on this, it says 20 years have passed since Jacob went to Haran to work for Laban, but 34 years is the total, because 14 years he spent in Shem and Eber's house. When this thing first happened with him and they first sent him away, he spent 14 years there in Shem and Eber's house. And then came back, Esau was going to kill him again, then Rachel them sent him to Laban. So it's really been 34 years since Esau has seen Jacob.
So he's a grown man with a beard.
Well,
And a bunch of
they're
kids.
90s. All of them. They twins. If Jacob is 97, I think it is, then Esau is too.
Okay.
And Esau hastened and took his children as servants, and the souls of his household, being 60 men, and he went and assembled all the children of Seir to Horite and their people, being 340 men, and took all this number 400 men with drawn swords, and he went unto Jacob to smite him.
Now why would he do that? Because Laban had built him up. He has become this great nation.